Hello and welcome to the course. My name is Erin and I am here to guide you into the world of fascia. I am so excited you are here. I am so excited that you chose this course to embark on this new journey. It really is a new journey. This practice is brand new and it's emerging into a practice that can greatly benefit you, your body, and your life. And I can't wait to teach you all about it. Fascia. What is fascia? Plainly said, it's connective tissue in our bodies. And that's exactly what it is. It's tissue that connects our entire body. It's so involved in every single process in our bodies. For example, it's layered underneath our skin, above the muscles, wrapped around every single muscle fiber, and around every single organ in the body. Its function in the body is massive, and we're just starting to understand it. What I do know now is that when you pay attention to it and you stretch it and you learn about it, you will find benefits in other areas of your life. How you move, how you feel, how you sleep, and so many other wonderful things. I'm so excited. Let's get started first with a few things that we need to know. You will need a yoga mat. You will use activation and movement while on the mat, so it's good that you can have a good grip. If that doesn't work for you, you can find a hardwood floor with bare feet. That can work great too. Have a pillow or a towel or something nearby you can roll up for some of the work that we do on the mat. We will be using the wall from time to time and also a chair. And that's about it. The beauty with self-fascia stretching is that you actually don't need a lot of equipment. You can execute this work to get massive benefits all on your own. And at the same time, the execution of fascia stretching allows your body to strengthen, and you will soon understand what I mean by that. To begin all of our practices in this course, I want to start with a foundation. And I want to take you through how to set up your foundation so that you're working from the most powerful place and safe place possible. The foundation is really important, and there are a few key elements to set it up. Once we go through those elements and create your foundation, we will use that as a beginning practice going into the fascia stretches for each lesson. And let's begin. Start by standing with your feet hip width apart. Arms are just at your side, taking just a few moments to just settle in. Make sure your legs are straight but not locked out. We want to first achieve proper posture. Posture is so incredibly important, and throughout our daily modern lives, our posture can be compromised. When beginning the movement of a stretch, we want to have the best posture possible, and it will get easier as you continue to practice it. First, what I want you to do is imagine that you're hanging from a string, that you're dangling and lengthening your spine. Next, we want to align our body up in a proper neutral alignment. To begin, start first with a chin tuck. Imagine your chin sitting on a table, and you slide your chin straight back towards your throat. When I say tuck, it's not down or up, but straight back. When that happens, sometimes those shoulders pop forward a little bit. Take your shoulders up and place your shoulder blades down your rib cage as if you're putting them in your back pocket. There you have a set shoulders. A little chin tuck to achieve the alignment of your ears in line with the shoulders. Check in with your rib cage next. Did your rib cage pull up? Are you holding tension in it? If it lifted up, which is a very common thing to do, take that rib cage and settle it back into the body so it's hovering above your pelvis. That might seem new. Oftentimes when we stand tall, this is where we go and the ribs pop out too much. Take those and pull them in. Good job. Now we have ears in line with the shoulders, in line with the hips, in line with the ankles. You want to make sure that you're not shifting forward or back. So as I'm facing you, standing here, we have proper postural alignment, slight chin tuck, shoulder blades gliding down, ribs pulled in over the pelvis, and our body weight now distribution is 50% in each leg. This can be very profound because as we stand, we often don't realize that we may be shifted to one side. Take a moment to stand and see if you feel that you are shifting to one leg. If you did, shift to neutral. Make your body adjust and modify your body weight distribution. Very good. When that happens, you can get a surge of energy or energy flow through the body when you have more symmetry in your body weight distribution. Moving down to the feet, I call this footprint in the sand. Imagine 3 points on each of your feet. The ball of the foot, big toe, and pinky toe, and your heel. When you have even contact in each 3 point in each foot, you're grounding down through the floor, and that nervous system has the opportunity to get all the way down to your feet more evenly, and the flow of energy is even more clear. So imagine your footprint in the sand, and you have even pressure in all 3 points in each foot. Very good. We're creating our foundation. Deep core. Imagine your pelvic floor is like a sling. When you engage the pelvic floor, it lifts up into your pelvis, creating a nice strong base from the bottom up. The next main core muscle is your transverse abdominis. Your transverse abdominis is a muscle that starts around in your back, wraps around the front, almost like a corset. It's layered underneath all your other abdominal muscles. It's closest to your spine and your pelvis, so it's giving you the first line of support. When you activate it, it feels almost like you're knitting up a corset. Now, I don't mean sucking in and pulling in with your belly. That actually shuts it off, but rather engaging and contracting as a base of support. The third deep muscle group is your diaphragm. Oftentimes, we think of diaphragm as just part of our breathing process, and it is, but we have a lot more control over it than we previously understood, especially in terms of the core. Imagine your diaphragm like a shelf. Your lungs are resting on top of it, but that diaphragm is attached to both your rib cage and your spine, again, super deep in your body. And when you have access to it as a functional muscle of your core, it helps to stabilize your upper body above your bottom body. There you have it. We have proper postural alignment, number 1. We have 50% body weight distribution in each leg, number 2. We have our footprint in the sand, contact feet into the floor, number 3. And then we have our deep core, number 4. That's your basic foundation. That's what we want to use to ground and create our mindful presence to begin our exercise stretches for the day. How do you fascia stretch? There's a basic equation, but once you start to feel it in the body, that becomes important, but also it's intuitive as well. But here's the equation so you have that understanding. Number 1, you shorten the area that you want to stretch. Number 2, you activate the muscle or the area in which you just shortened. And number 3, movement in the opposite direction. Let's go back for a second first to traditional stretching. In traditional stretching, for example, my bicep, I lengthen the arm and I push a little bit further to feel a stretch. And then I hold it and I try to go a little bit more. But what happens with that is that you have the potential to overstretch. When you overstretch, it can cause injury to the joint or to the muscle, or your body goes into protection mode and lays microscopic scar tissue in that area to protect from overstretching. That in turn causes your body to be less flexible, which is not what we want here. We want more flexibility where we need it with strong muscles to support our posture and our movements. So that's the traditional stretching. Fascia stretching is opposite. Let's do a little demonstration here today to introduce you to 1 or 2 fascia stretches so you can get a feel for it in your body before we embark on the specific muscle groups and areas throughout the rest of the course. Set your foundation first. 50% body weight, micro bend in your knees. Find your chin tucked, shoulder blades set, rib cage in. Very good. Moving on to the bicep fascia stretch. Take one arm straight out in front of you. Open that arm. Feel a traditional stretch. Take it back in. Now shorten the bicep by making a fist and bringing the fist to the shoulder. Now we just shortened our bicep here, and that's where we're going to stretch because we just shortened it, number 1. Number 2, activate. So flex that muscle as if you're showing someone your biceps. And then movement will happen in the opposite direction. So as I'm resisting in, contracting that muscle, my other arm is going to move my fist away from my shoulder, never going into end range. So the end range is never a goal. It's always beneficial to shorten the area as much as you can. And when you start that activated movement, the benefit happens at the very beginning. And that's really important to know. And I'll repeat that because that's tricky for our brains to understand that the benefit is happening here when we're so used to feeling a traditional stretch. Let's try a couple more. Foundation set, fist comes in. We'll do 3 on this first arm. Contract that bicep, hold it, keep contracting it. Use the power of the other arm to bring the fist away. Right about there, you'll kind of start to feel it. Your body will either stop and fight against it, or it will lose its resistance. And that's how you know when to stop. 2 more. Fist in, flex the bicep. Move the arm away from the shoulder. Even a little bit of activation with movement is still beneficial. You don't have to resist 110% every time. So you let your body start to adjust to that work. Shake out your arms for a moment. Notice if you feel any changes in that bicep that you just stretched. Take an inhale and exhale. Moving on to the other arm, extend the arm away. Find first a traditional stretch just to compare how it feels by opening the arm to the side. Do you feel it? Bring that arm back in, make a fist, and fist comes to your shoulder, shortening the bicep. Activate by flexing the bicep and trying to hold that fist into the shoulder, but then the other arm is going to move the fist away. Bring it in without resistance. Start point, activate, end point is here. Bringing it in, flex, keep activating. The key is that you have activation the entire movement. One more time. Using your breath naturally in this practice, you breathe in and out as your body needs. Shake out those arms. Good. All right. Let's do one more fascia stretch just for another little quick introduction. Set that foundation. Shoulder blades set, chin tuck. Take your hands to prayer. Touch your thumbs to your nose and then pull your hands away about 3 inches from your face. So you're looking at your thumbs. Add activation by pressing your hands together. Now, where do you feel it? Is it just your chest? Or can you feel it in the muscles underneath your shoulder blade? Once you have it, stay with it and move your elbows in to tap. If you can't tap all the way, that's fine. Go as far as you can. Open without resistance, hands pressed together, feel that power in the upper body. See if you can use your deep core here. Zip the deep core up. Open it without resistance. Press those hands in. You might start to feel that your heart rate's coming up. Your muscles are getting warm. Activation with movement is key. That's how we affect our fascia. 2 more, hands pressed together. Feel it in the chest, feel it in your shoulder blades. Maintain your posture. And in. Last one, hands press, elbows pull together, and let it release. Shake it out again. Whew. Feels good, right? I hope you're getting excited for the rest of the lessons. You are in for a treat. This practice is just amazing, and I am so excited again for you to come along in this journey with me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.